Welcome to the TUF Line. Every week we sit down with the people behind the helmets, the business and the big ideas. Real conversations, real stories, and the lessons that got them there. I'm Mitch Foster. Let's get into it. All right, mate. How you going?
Good, mate. Good. Yeah, really good.
That's good. We got the most requested episode so far is Hilly.
Oh, yeah.
We've managed to get him in here.
Yeah. You know, I was rapt to have the opportunity to do it. I think it's great.
Yep.
It's another positive thing for the sport. Like, it's good that you Mitch, are taking the time to do this kind of stuff and set this up. Like, it's a really good setup, yeah, and good for our sport, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, mate. They're just, obviously we don't have the name and the outreach, which we should, because it's a pretty damn good class. There's a lot of cars, a lot of good people. So that's what I'm trying to do, is push it and get people in like you who've done it for 100 years.
You've done a mint job, mate, and you deserve a pat in the back for that, I reckon. It's good job.
Nah, shit up.
Good, mate. Really good.
All right, well, let's get straight into it, eh? Let's get back to the start. Where did it all start for you?
So it started, I was working at Ramsdale Wreckers when I was about 14. And my boss, he was a racer, Alan Ramsdale, and his son Francis, he was a racer. And then Wayne became, I used to be crew for Al. We'd travel all around the country, Bendigo. We went there heaps, Bairnsdale, Rosedale. And I was playing footy then, and my dad wanted me to keep playing footy. He was footy mad. And he wasn't keen on me doing the racing thing, but I went to a couple of shows, mate, and it was just bang, I've got to get one of those things.
Yep.
So I then got tied up with drilling, and we got into a bumper car, and just, mate, I've just never got away from it. Until I hurt myself, obviously, but I'm passionate about Speedway. I love it, and I think family-wise, kids for something to do, teenage kids and stuff. People in a lot of families that aren't into Speedway had a look at the relationship people have with their teenage kids and the things they get to do on weekends and stuff. I think that's a really good side of Speedway. And Standards to Learns in particular, because Mum can race and the kids can race, and we see it a lot. Like we see, Yeomans and yourself. People come from, there's a lot in Villemans. There's so many people that have come from
family. Stewart's.
There's Gippsland's. I reckon Gippsland's got the best teams and operate well. It has.
Yeah.
Got a good thing going on.
Like I say, there's a lot of names on that trophy there from Gippsland.
Yes, mate. Yeah, we've always been well represented. I think. Except for that bloody Whittle. No, we've got some. I think it's healthy here. I think Standards is a great class for entry level. I don't think it's that expensive. It hasn't got out of hand. People say how expensive it is. I had a go recently with had the opportunity from John. What's his last? Rotherham to have a go in a track car down at Sandown, and the money it costs to go and do that on a Sunday in comparison to what we do is just huge, mate.
Is it? Yeah.
Just to go to a normal show, I think it's like $1,000 or something.
Yeah, right.
And I think Speedways are much cheaper than that. Well, it's probably initially getting set up and that costs you a few bucks now, but once you are, I think it's affordable.
Absolutely.
And you can race every week around here if you want to, like in Gippsland. I think it's right. And I've just got stuck there, basically, mate. I've never sort of got away from it. I don't know how you could walk away.
Yeah. So you started bumper cars was where you started? Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I've done that for a couple of years, and then I bought this. I've often mentioned this to people, so I know and knows it. His name was Terry. Someone he had an old. He raced Standards up there. It was an old Valiant with a key start, 302.
Yeah.
Old BC drum brakes.
Yep.
That was my first car, and I went all right in not too bad in the first season. And fortunately, my sister was with this guy. We were married to this guy, and he loved it. And said, this car's not good enough. So he brought me Dennis Hocking's old car, which was a big one at the time.
Yeah.
And the next year I went in and won the points and won the club championship and blah, blah, blah. And it just went, and Alan was racing, my boss was racing B grade. Modified production B grade back then. I was like, geez, I'm going to have a go at that. And that's what happened. I got one of them. Then I got my own business and got a bigger one and a nicer one. Then someone had to go, so we just kept buying more and more and more.
Yeah.
I had 7 or 8 cars at one stage. But yeah, we got into it in a big way.
Yeah.
And
so that was the progression bumper cars, and then you didn't go to Standards. You just went straight to.
No, I went straight to B grade, and I raced B grade for years, like 10 years or something, and then had to go in mod for a couple of years, and then my standard thing, Michael Griffey had a XE that we got from up here in Gippsland somewhere. And I was helping him build that, and I thought, geez, I'd really love to have a go at that one day. I used to watch it. Like, I'd watch Standards forever. I'd always watch Polly Yeomans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Remember the old days with Polly Yeomans and Jimmy Turner?
Yeah.
That mad bloody watch.
Yeah.
I used to love it. Even when I was racing B grade, I'd get up on the fence and watch it. and Whittle and I remember the Whittle and Penderbury thing like them two. Yeah, that was just really insane. I thought, I've got to have a go at that one day. The first time I drove one, I thought, man, it's like we had played a video game in a big rate compared to a standard. And I'll still say now, I don't think you can rate a driver unless you can drive a standard.
Yeah, I'm the same opinion.
I've driven a sprint car, late model. I've done, not raced, but I've raced a late model, but I've driven a sprint car to practice days and stuff. And I think nearly anyone, I'm not trying to discredit anyone or anything, but I think nearly anyone in a short amount of time can learn how to drive one of them. But you take some of them blokes and throw them in a standard, mate. You know, when you go right to standard, like when you're racing good guys at the pointy end, it's tough going. Right?
Yeah,
like it's really tough. And I've raced streeties for a while. I raced them for a while, and they were a bit tricky, but nothing is like standard. If you do good in one of them, you go good.
So what was a B grade? Was a B grade was that like a toddy now? Is it all what?
Yeah, exactly. We were, but we had race tyres. We were allowed to run race tyres.
Okay. So what was the difference between a mod and a B?
186 compared to a 202. And methanol, they were on methanol. We were on avgas back then. We used to have 186 with avgas. We used to go to the airport and buy avgas. And it was a really great class. It boomed for years. But the production standards came in, and probably it's one of those things. We should have went that way, and we didn't. So we had an independent. We made our own class from 23 litres, which went.
3 litres.
They were amazing, mate, for a few years. They went good, but it's sort of, I reckon, the price of tyres and that, the guys that were racing 3 litres weren't quite financial enough to race modified.
Yeah.
But when the tyres and that started getting down, they all sort of stopped. But I probably spent our best years at Speedway in 3 litres. They were amazing, mate. We travelled the country and the state, and everyone loved us. We were popular, hard to get into. Tracks were having trouble getting us in and that, you know, like everyone begging for us to go there. We had 40 cars and show up for a round, and we really got into that. But then I was racing, I thought I wanted to go up the standard gym, so I had to go with that. And up in Hamilton, I think it was the first time in the state title up there. And that was the year that Whittle's bloody bonnet pins got tampered with or something. You remember that?
No, I don't. What year do you reckon that was? Hamilton?
Hamilton. It was the year that Whittle's bonnet came up, and they thought someone took his bonnet pins out. That was who won? Oh, maybe Mick Harvey won that time.
No,
maybe that was.
So that's 15, 16, was it?
Was there a Hamilton before that? I reckon there must have been.
Yeah, I remember Hamilton, the old man. I remember Hamilton before that.
Yeah. If that's the one that Whittle won, I reckon it was then. That was my first.
Yeah, right.
Okay, no, I just got books, mate. I thought, this is insane.
Where'd you get a car? Whose car?
Michael Brishy had.
Oh, yeah.
And he had this extra car. Steve Garlick built us, because Garlick was building all my 3 litre stuff then.
Yep.
Steve. And he had him build him a nice car. And he said, "You want to have a go at one time?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then when Michael passed away, that car got left to me. They left me that car. So that was my probably my first standard. And I always painted in his colours and stuff for the first couple of seasons. And then Di said it was okay to change your colours. But that's how I got into that, thanks to Michael. That was we had a ball. Me and Michael travelling around. Kenny was racing too. Kenny used to wreck lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Like that can be a full-time job fixing your cars. But out of doing that, Michael was nice enough to give me a go.
Yeah.
And I just got booked, mate. I thought, this is unreal. I loved it.
Yeah. And what was that Was that an X?
XE.
XE,
yeah. 51, a 351 XE.
Yeah.
He had a habit of buying not shit heaps. Like he'd buy good stuff and build good stuff. And he didn't want you to finish third. He wanted you to win. And no, that was really good. I was lucky to have an opportunity. And I thought, I was hopeless at it. Like I thought, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to drive on this. I found myself doing this and this and this. But you normally just sit there and go, you know, bang, bang. But I found it really intense. Like a final, if you're going to ride, once you get okay in a final, you get 20 odd cars, and as soon as they got that green up, there's 3 or 4 blokes behind ready. If you just take the slightest little look away, bang, they'll just I found that really good. I really enjoyed it. Then I had a few years when me and Scott would racing together and, travelling together and that. And my girls were growing up the same age as Scott Whittle's kids, and we really enjoyed it. That was the best fun I'd ever had, I reckon, standards. Yeah, go away with Pat and Bob and get Bob on the piss and have a laugh for a joke. It was fantastic times, yeah.
Yeah.
I really love that, yeah. But, that was my standard thing. I'm still not, I obviously still going to go standards. I've just been tied up business-wise and life-wise. But
you still got the Falcon?
I just put the cage in last night.
Right.
Yeah.
So what?
Just an old shooter, mate. XD again.
Oh, yeah.
I know I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I like it. And there are shows you go to when the thing will still book up all right and go all right.
Yeah.
There are probably shows you can go to and get run over with it with the late cars, but I don't so much care anymore. And in a funny kind of way, people like to think like there's lots of people when I go racing, I love that car. They
Yeah.
And we've had some really fat times in the thing. It was lots of fun.
Yeah. What'd you reshow? Was it knackered?
Yeah. Lansdowne borrowed it there and went up to Alexander, I think, wasn't he? He got tangled up somehow and ended up in the air.
I remember that.
Yeah, they bent the rail and it's very hard to get them right after that, I reckon.
Yeah.
I bought the one off Craig Temple and that was the last one that he built. That was a really good car. So Mick Corelli built that. And I've always had a soft spot for it, and I just had to Cleveland rebuilt and just sitting there. And then Sarah's got the new keen to race again, so I don't know, this is going to go. She's going to race it mostly, but I probably will. I've got one modified there too. I'll probably have a go on it this year.
Yep.
Got that all sort of new engine and everything I should. But I've had obviously health issues in my leg.
Yeah.
And I got, I don't know what I should be saying this, but I got stuffed up. I went and got a medical, and I thought she'd passed me.
Yeah.
And I sent all my license stuff in, but she tipped not fit to compete. So that was when I was going to the title at Ballarat, and then we get this thing back, and then so the Speedway sedans rang after they'd already deducted the money out of my account and said we can't give it to you because she's saying your leg's not good enough to compete. So I went back to the doctor. She's given me a list of things I had to do to be able to get it, and so she's ticked that off. So I'm good to go this year. Yeah. Which is probably too old to waste anyway, because the standards have got fast. Like, You know when you sit on the outside and you say, people say, I used to do that, and I'm good at it. So I sit there and watch you think, holy shit, man, they're fast. Like,
And sometimes I just feel like a cork in the bottle. Like if they get past me, that's the only thing that Commodore's so bloody wide.
Yeah, they are.
Like Casey, for instance, he's unfortunately finished second most of the season, but if he gets past, it's
we've got some young blokes and they're just itching at you, mate. You're never going to get a meeting where it's easy. People say Mitch Foster's doing it easy at the moment, but you know yourself, mate, it's not easy. It's only one little block up, and one of those guys you're talking about, or one of those Hessels, or one of those boys, the Miles, or the boys that are having a go, they're right there. Like,
and that's what Neil said to me. He goes, I'm not sure whether you're hanging back or whether you're giving it. Mate,
it sounds like it definitely sounds
that's
like
all he's got.
So
back in the shed in the off season, I said to the old man, they're coming hard. Now, how are we going to make it better?
Those young blokes don't give up, mate. And that's good. I reckon it's great for our sport that we've got. If you look at our young blokes we've got now, there's probably 10 or 15 young blokes that are
100%. Yeah.
My nephew Bailey, probably he's my great nephew Bailey Hillwood, and there's young kids itching at the bit to and they're going to get better. That's the thing. Yeah. The cars will get better, but you're sort of at the moment you're the man, mate. There's no worries about that.
Yeah, but like you say, like all the hours, that's what I keep saying, all the hours in the shed, it hasn't just come.
100%, mate, Yep. I couldn't agree more.
The 3 years prior to this were absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Spent a lot of time on the trail.
Yep. But you're spot on, mate. That's where it's had at the shed,
100%,
And you've done a great job, dude, that's for sure.
It's
good. And you know what? And next year, some bloke will build the same thing.
Yeah.
And you'll be chasing him and like, shit. You know how it goes.
It'll be interesting to see how many Commodores come back out, because I'm obviously passionate Holden, man.
Yes, I know.
Flat out refused to. Like, mine's still got a quality on it, hasn't got a Holly on it. You know what I mean?
Good on you.
Refused
that's good.
You just hold.
No, really. I tried that too. The whole was here in the Cleveland. It was just no good.
Yeah.
I'm the same, got the old plastic set.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful. I don't see. I tried extractor them and they didn't work that good, so I put the manifolds back on.
Oh, yeah.
Whether or not, just.
So what? So you're forward in the standard and then you're holding in the mods, or you got a?
No, I've got an XF mod as well.
Oh, that's right.
Old one,
Yeah.
Mucked around with that. Me and Jacob Mills are having it. He's going to have a stupid. It's up at his at the moment. He's going to steal it this year. Brian had a go last year. Brian Galley.
Yep.
He loves it, enjoyed it, but it broke down a couple of times and he got cranky with it. I think he really wanted to keep it because I reckon he's got to build another one. But he's just there you go. So we had a dynoed and found the issue with it.
Yeah.
Jacob's going to do a few shows at this year and he's itching for me to have a go. So I don't want to go to a big show, and I'd rather get in. I know it's a drive, no worries, but we're going to go to King of Roy and do that. King of Roy and Tor and do a few.
Yeah.
Not last year before we done that, really build. In the middle of so
that looks like a lot of fun actually. That going and doing that.
Mate, that's it. The Toowoomba, the way they run that place, and the competitors, the competition there's full on. There's really nice cars up there.
Yeah.
We don't have, I mean, I shouldn't say that because we've got Darcy Wilson and a few young fellas. We don't have a massive heap of good mods here. In Queensland, it's huge, mate. They race for big money. Like, we don't have any big dollar shows down here. Mate, the VMPA's okay, man. It's good for, if you want to just, if you don't want to travel in the state now, I reckon it's good. And they still pay coin. I like the whole Queensland thing. It's great.
Oh, it's unreal. Yeah, I love nothing more than sitting down watching it on Clay.
Beautiful, mate.
I reckon it is.
Yeah.
And like you say, there's nice cars up there.
And
drivers.
Do you know when you go to King's Royal, that's the whole town gets into it. Like it's in the middle of town, this thing, and nearly every person from every house is there. And Speedway is huge up there, mate, compared to down here, modified wise.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a lot of good mod races here, but we have, our state classes now are great, but just mods aren't really here.
Yeah. They used to, though, didn't they? Like,
they
used to be really good. I remember watching, and like as a kid,
Yeah, they were awesome, mate.
Yeah, I obviously went to sprint cars, but I'm always a tin top man. Yeah. There was a point.
I found that weird that I'll be honest, I found it weird you went to a sprint car. And your dad too. I thought, these guys are tin top. Right?
Yeah. Well, there was a point in time where Dad, I don't remember the story, but I think Dad was going to buy Brian Galley's.
Oh, right.
Yes,
I thought that's the direction they may have taken. Yeah, but good on you, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what the decision was. I think Dad gave me the option, and I just said, I think I went to Warrnambool once because I'd never been to a sprint car, man, never even really taken any notice.
Yeah,
and I went to Warrnambool and watched, maybe it was a classic or something, and I'm like, I want to have a go at this. Like, this is
crazy, mate.
This is nuts. Like, but yeah, I sort of wish now. Well, that's 10, 12, 13 years ago.
Is that how long ago it was you race?
Yeah.
How many years did you do it for? 3 or 4?
3, 3 or 4, yeah. We didn't really have, like, we obviously went well, had a win and everything, but we just ran, like, it wasn't fair. It was very individual.
Yeah.
Like, it was all about me, and I didn't.
Yeah.
This wasn't what I was about, maybe misses then and, things
and
and stuff.
The bucks are huge, aren't they?
Well, it wasn't so bad. Well, it was bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as bad back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't $600 a tyre or whatever, $1,000 a tyre.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like I was looking the other day, it was $330 and $270.
That's manageable, yeah.
Yeah.
The money now is huge. It'll be double that.
Yeah.
At least,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't really follow it much anymore. I might watch, like I said, I'd much rather sit down and watch a good mod.
Me too, mate, yeah.
Mod meeting.
Yeah, or the Proddy Aussie tyre wing or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a tin top man, 100%.
Yeah.
I've supported a few sprint cars and sponsored a few on that, but I don't. They've given me corporate boxes to go and sit in. I just really don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get into them that much at all. I just any tin top, a late model show or Proddies or mods or standards or streeties, I can sit there and watch them.
Yeah.
I just can't do this sprint car thing much. I know.
Yeah.
Never really have been into it, but at least you can say you've done it now.
Yeah. That's why I tick that off on this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
But yeah. So all right. So you went from B grade. Then when did you go to mods?
I went to when I had that Monaro. I went in probably. So I reckon I've done B grade for 10 years, and I won the association series a couple of times. And I thought, well, and then my young bloke was itching a bit down to go. I was carting around in a Datsun Sunny, and he was itching to jump into the 3 litre. And then I bought Luigi Nash's car for him, and he went good straight away.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll go off and go in mods, and then he ended up kicking me out of that as well. He took over there, and he went really good at that. We had 3 or 4 years of mods. It was bloody fantastic.
Yeah.
That racing is insane, mate. Really, really good.
Yeah.
And hard to get to the front. Like,
you
get the pointy end there, you're really doing good, mate. Yeah.
I remember the Monaro. So, and what's the other? You had a Monaro and a...
we had Monaro. We ended up, I bought Carlin's old XF too. We had that for a couple of years, and then Dale Morris ended up with that. After I had a big crash, it went like a huge crash at Wang, and I sort of wrote it off, and then Dale bought it.
Yep.
Yeah, the Monaro. Oh, then we bought a Nico's VS was from Peter Bodger down in Geelong. We bought that. What's in we had? I bought that. Oh, then I bought one from up in, I bought a couple of them up in Queensland. I bought one off Steve Jordan. I bought one off Darren Lester.
Yep.
At VS. We had one good year. We went to that. I had that BA's, but you know that BA that young Garwin he's tied up with now. He's racing up. You know this young wife. I'm sure he's he races sometimes with the sports sedans.
Yep.
And with mods. That's Steve Garlick's stepson.
Okay.
I had that BA as well. That was the one Michael Griffey built. Michael and Diane built, and not long before he passed away, it was the first BA, like brand new. They bought the car and brand new. So I had that for a while too.
Yep.
That's some success. Brad Warren took that up to Brad Warren drove for me, big man, and absolutely drove. That guy could win in the tractor, I reckon.
Yep.
He's one of the most amazing guys in the world to work with. He's a racer.
Yep.
He watched me as a kid when I was probably going okay. I probably wouldn't be a shit then. And I remember this cheeky little bugger would come out of the pits. He was racing the cheapest, oldest crap car because he never had a big budget. But the kid, I've never seen him more determined kid. And when he grew up, just the same. If I ever had an opportunity for a seat, I would always give it to him. But he would work on the thing, and he would do anything in the world. Man, that guy would push the car to a racetrack to go.
Yep.
And we had a lot of, that was probably our best years in mod, I reckon, that Brad drove for us. We went to Queensland and won some shit competitive up there.
Yep.
And he had a lot of help from Jade Arts and Timmy Cole and that. But yeah, man, that was fun times. He took this thing that was sitting in the shed. Nico had raced it for 3 or 4 years, this old Buick thing. We wanted to do the Aussie title up at Washington.
Yeah.
We had a very brief discussion, but the next day he's banging on my door. We're getting that car out of the shed, and it's just buried in shit. It hadn't been raced. Keenest kid I ever seen. Well, not a kid then, he was mad. So he took it off, and 2 weeks he had the thing made. He basically rebuilt the thing.
Yeah.
Went to the Aussie title. I reckon it must have been probably the lowest powered car there. Won 3 or 4 heats or something. Come out at 5, qualified 5 in the Aussie. And I think he ended up getting a flat tire or something, but just drove the wheels off the thing, man. I had a lot of fun with horses. It's been good fun. And myself, I've done a riding for a while too. That Monaro was a bit of a bugger, but when you got to see going, it was really good. Had a good run that XF I bought off Carl, and that was a really good car. So yeah, I'm not trying to say I was a gunner. I went okay. I got one heats and stuff, but and then Nico got into it, and he went very good, very very good in it. He sort of lost interest in it when I had that crash in that potty. That was
I was gonna say I haven't seen him around much.
I don't know. It's had an effect on me, and I don't think he probably wants to talk about it. And it was very at the time. It was very graphic for him, mate. He was there, and then when it happened, I knew that something was wrong with me. He ran down straight away, and he's okay to go on about this one.
What I was gonna say, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
So what actually happened? What I was going to cover it, ask you a bit later, but we'll do it now.
Right, so I always wanted to go to those parties, and then I bought that car for Jacob Mills. That car has some history, man. That was Anthony Wilson's old mod. Chris Hayden had it for a while. Bob Warren was tied up with it originally, I think, or something. The car was.
What was it?
VR, yeah.
Yep.
Really, really good car, I think. It won a championship. So Jacob sold it, and I bought it, and that was my first bloody show with him, mate. And we were going good. I think we won every heat. I think Steve Laidlaw was probably the next quickest car, and I've always wanted to watch Steve win all this stuff. I sort of idolise him a bit, and I still do. I think he's an amazing bloke.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd see how I'd go catch him one night, and I was lucky enough to carve it really good, and I jumped in and dialed myself in pretty quick. We won everything. We only had that one final to go. And it was basically this car. I don't know if you will know. Sometimes you get them where you just seem to sit there. There's a straight, tips in, there's a turn. You sit there, it comes off the turn, good, it gets in. It was doing everything amazing. Then I just remember I got in front, I was winning, I just come through the pit gate, and I was just coming off the turn, and I hear this, just a clunk. Then next thing I remember is just this riff. You know when you're going to crash, you get this, you go, oh shit.
Yeah.
But this felt like bit more than a normal crash, because apparently the back of the car was up, and I knew straight away something was wrong, because I had blood coming out my nose, my ears, cracked all my skull in a heap of places. And the problem was I was sitting there choking in the car, and I was trying to tell him I need to get out of there, but I couldn't. And then Nick ran down. Obviously he was right, so he ran in there, and it was pretty confronting. He was all saxy, choking on me blood, and then he started telling the people to get me out of the car. But then I felt something was really bad, like really bad. And this is probably sound weird or whatever, but I just wanted him to stay with me so I could say goodbye. So I thought that was sort of my time to go. And I remember him telling him that when they put me in the chopper and that they had a 5% chance or something of making it to the Alfred. So he was basically left with, he wasn't allowed to go in the chopper. So basically he got me out of there choking on blood, nearly dying. They took me to 40 over and put me in the chopper, and that was basically his goodbye. He thought that was. Yeah. Then he's left there and pack up the whole show up and try and get the bus and that home. It was all chaos, but thankfully that didn't happen. But I think it's had a much bigger impact on him than it has on me. I've sort of, I don't think about it too much. I think I can see, and Steve Laidlaw and people like that, I felt sorry for them because he got out of his car straight away. We had seen a bit of friends and come to the car, and I still remember the look on his face, like you said, that's when you know something's not right. Yeah. And all those blokes, so I feel sorry for them, more for them than himself. They had to deal with all that stuff. It was all pretty graphic, yeah.
So what actually happened? Like, what?
So what happened was, once I got out of hospital and all that shit, I was in there for, I don't know, a couple of months. I was in a coma and all that. And once I got out of the car, Nico, he sort of got the car taken straight away. He didn't want anyone to see it or anything. Yep. He didn't want anyone to deal with it until I felt that I could deal with it. Yep. And obviously, as I got better and I started to walk again and eat and all that stuff, they said I wouldn't be able to do any of that. And when I did, I was curious to find out what the hell had happened. And we went over it and we found it's the strangest thing. But you must be careful with stuff like this. You know, the universal from the steering column down to the rack. Yeah. We had a power head and that. Where that went onto a spline, there's a sleeve about that long. They have them standard on a lot of VSs and some maybe VNV, PVR. They have a little spline be about that long. It's a collar with a nut and bolt in it. Yeah. That clamp it all up. Well, it stripped it. It was basically just a plane with no teeth. That's what actually happened. And I think that's just one of those things. You know, when you got a power head and you go with that broad, you're only doing this, but those wheels are still like you're still wearing shit out, and that's what actually happened. It stripped that thing and came off, clunked, and then obviously the wheels have gone from there. And I don't know why this is just me, my luck, point straight through the flipping gate. Yeah, straight through it, mate. Like, and behind it, there's I've got a big concrete bar at the diameter of this table. Yep, is high, and then I went straight through that into that bike, and that's where the impact really
happened. Yeah,
yeah.
And what track was this at?
Hamilton. Yeah. Yeah, right. My favourite track too. I love that place.
Yeah, Hamilton's awesome. Yeah.
We used to go right there and walk up.
So you went through the gate?
Straight through it, mate. Yeah. The gate where you come out of Hamilton, there was nothing left, mate. That was it had tin panel on it, but it was still like wooden behind. And it just I must have been going off quick because I just went like straight through it, like I smashed it to pieces. And behind there, I think it's an area where officials can stand and stuff. It's a concrete, but you know, you'd need a bulldozer to move the thing. Well, that's what I've hit. And obviously, as they explained, you've gone from just and slow down a bit. You've gone from fast, bang, stop, and that's my body took the whole. All my seat was twisted. It was all messed up. And then once we got out and we decided to walk over it, that's what we found. Stripped that intermediate shaft.
Yeah, right.
And then Jacob got the car back. Yeah. We done a bit of deal. He was driving, but it was his sort of thing after that. And I thought no one would ever be able to resell it, but him and Trevor, obviously, you know, Trevor Mills there, he's a guru, mate. They can do anything, those guys. Trevor's amazing. So they took it and they used the same shell and straightened out. I think they put another front end on, and Jacob went to Corolla, the first show, and had the biggest roll that you will ever see. Like, really, the car had some sort of curse on it after that because it was kind of buggered then, but Trevor being Trevor, was still, no, I'm going to fix it. Yeah. So he had it in his shed at home, and the guy next door on Sunday was having a fire, burning a pile of fire and stuff off, and he got out of control and went straight into Trevor's property through the bloody shed and burnt the back of that car out. No shit, like burnt it straight through the car. It was like, never burnt any other car, just that car. It was like, I don't know, that's some kind of curse on it, I think. It was bloody successful early, but yeah. So getting back to that, I think that Nick's never been really king ever since. We bought a car, bought him what's that guy's like? Who's that young bloke? He's real well. He would can't can't remember his name now. I bought his car. Anyway, he won Aussie title in it.
Oh, not Brody Boss.
Yeah, Brody's car.
Yeah, I love Brody's car. Yep.
Good fella. Really nice guy, man. Good family operator. Yeah, really, really good. His grandpa's very smart. He has a lot to do with it too. I bought that car and I didn't realise I was doing this. I was trying to push him into it a bit. Went to Mildura to a series round in the first show, and he just, man, it wasn't the Nick that I know. He just went, you know, he started one up the front and he just gradually went backwards. And I think we only done 2 heats or something. He said, oh, well, I'll go home. And he's never been keen again, which is bloody absolutely devastating for me. Like, the best time I've ever had. There's nothing better than watching your kid win races, man. Ask your dad, buddy.
Yeah.
I reckon it's better. I mean, Steve was very good, but to watch your son get good, I don't think there's anything better in the world.
Yeah.
But I have Brad now, obviously, my nephew, Brad Bracer still, and I follow him very.
Is that what Brad is? Brad's your nephew?
Yeah, so Brad's my nephew.
Yeah, okay.
My brother, David, was, his father, he passed away when Brad was only, Brad was young then, I think maybe 8 or 9 even.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was hard on everyone, but that kid he used to be obsessed with, whenever they come to my place with race cars, like he was always going to race. And his dad got to enjoy a couple of years with him, which was good. That was really good. And then he passed, and Brad's been at it ever since himself, and I think he does a really good job. I love following him a bit, like and Bailey's into it now, but also, Brad's a good knacker. I have a lot into Brad, and I love seeing him go good in the Speedway. He can go real good. And he's had to go at the streeties and he's had to go at standards, and he's always, I'm going to get out, I'm going to stop. It was as safe as me, he's not going to stop. There's no way.
No, you can't, mate.
When you're hooked in it, and he's hooked on it bad, mate, he'll never be out of line or line, no way.
No, it's impossible to get out, mate. You can't. You try. And
it's a bugger with it in one way, but I think it's also good. It's a good way to spend time in the week with your kids. Like, it's fantastic. Yeah, so that's,
So you did, the mods, and then that was it. So and then you become, I guess, a car owner and a.
Yeah, I've done that big, which is a bit weird because I like that myself. When you work with guys, like when you got someone driving, what doesn't matter, it is good fun. Yeah. You know, if you know you're going to turn up and go, to the point end all the time, it's pretty good fun. Yeah. Sitting there watching. Yeah. Then they come in and tell you what to do. I always used to have this theory, like when we were going real good in 3 leagues, we were winning heaps of shit. We had a good crew, and we had to set up, all we had to do was turn up and drive the car. I didn't have to, I don't roll around in my overalls fixing. And we had, like my crew around me, like, they all knew how to fix the things as well as I did. And I didn't have to worry about too much at all. So when my guys came along, when I had guys driving for me, knows me very well. He's like, I heard we don't have to do any work. So we always made sure that what was doing everything for him. Yeah. But, I liked the car running thing. That was good fun. Yeah.
I still remember a bit of a side. I remember you were racing the Falcon at Nyora. It was a tide or whenever that was. Just recently, not recently, but
last one. We went shit down, I think.
Well, you blew a gearbox, and I'll never forget. There's there would have been 15 blokes.
Yeah, I've been fortunate like that. I've always had heaps of guys want to help me.
They were just in there under there ripping the thing out.
Yeah. Sarah's brother was there with his shirt and he got covered in gear oil, and he took it off and his whole body's covered in gear oil. I remember that now. That was good,
Yeah, I'll never forget that. I'm like, Jesus, I wish, and then it's just me and we went racing, but it's just us two. And
I never had that. I've never ever had to do anything too much myself. I've had guys like Randy, I don't know whether you know him, he's been with me for years. Yeah. We used to have this crew that was amazing when we were racing the bus. We would take the bus, Walk would drive. Was your main man, and he passed away. Then John, had Mark Alberni and Randy, those guys, I don't know, man, it's like they'd walk to the end of the earth. So the work they would do, it was, my bloody son, we used to do the 100 lap a lot back then. And my son, we had that BS every single time we went there. I told him, don't be too hard on the T5. Because that would different all stuff. And I used to hear him, he'd come through the dog's leg, I heard him go back again, bang. Then he'd get around to his dog's leg and on the back straight, and like from second is, and then bang, I heard this bang, another gearbox. One weekend, we changed like 3, we had to end up going back to packing and getting one more, because he'd 4. And the same as what you were saying, we wouldn't even get it in the air, and there's 10 blokes in it. I'd have it out in bloody 5 minutes and back together in 5 minutes. I've always been lucky, been lucky and fortunate there, and I'll make sure that I always thank those guys. Like you can't.
Well, I think it goes both ways. You probably look after them. You
Yeah.
look after a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it comes back. You know.
Yeah.
It goes around. Yeah. I'll never struggle for any help in the pits. Ever. I've always been.
Yeah.
And I'll do the same thing with everyone else too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that was funny. I just, the little sign I remember that. I was trying to think of things.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, they were all running around.
Yeah.
Chooks with nose. Yeah.
Yeah, because you, I was standing next to all the boys up on the hill and you were rolling around, like pointing, like trying to get, must have been saying, fuck gearbox.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. But, and they would have been ready as soon as I came and jacked up and booked. Yeah, I reckon I remember that. Yeah.
No, that's shit hot. Yeah, they're good times, and that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, mate. The fun you have, like, you know, it's the same with people who play footy now, mate. They travel around in the area and go to different clubs and that, and they have fun doing all that stuff. The fun we've had traveling around that past racing Speedway is so much fun, mate. Yeah, things you'll never forget. One of the best memories of my life, I reckon, in Speedway. That's true too. Yeah.
I don't like. I'm a little bit. We don't have like. I'm a little bit more serious. Like I don't. We only got our small crew. Like, people might think I'm arrogant or whatever, but we just stick to ourselves. You know, and it's just me, Dad, my brother now. You know, my uncle, my cousin sometimes, and then we just stick to ourselves. You know, I'm not arrogant.
No, you know what I mean? I've never found you.
I just
not one bit arrogant.
I just like to do my thing.
No, you're focusing. I get that.
You know, but I just don't enjoy it as much as what I. Maybe like you said, maybe when my young bloke, if he ever does. Yeah, I'm gonna get more enjoyment out of that.
Love it, mate. You know, if you ever get your kids to race, there's nothing in the world better.
Yeah.
If they start coming good, like it just, man, I was hooked then, real bad. I was passionate. I want to race every weekend. I would take him every weekend wherever he could go to race. Like, I really loved it, and he started going really good. It was like I was happy to. I never thought I'd say that, but I was kind of happy to just get out of the seat for a bit, just to make him focus on him, give him all of our everything. But it got hard when he didn't want to race, and I wasn't ready to not race. I mean, I've had a few goes since my crash. I don't even think about it. Like, it's just, but I think,
How have you gone since the crash? Like, what have you?
Well, I went to first show. I went and done a crash and bash up in McGambie. That was the first one. Yeah, and I won the first couple of heats. I thought, I won one from the back. I thought, shit, but it must be all right still.
Yep.
Then I went in. This was a beautiful thing. I've got to mention. It probably sounds like being Mitchy or whatever. I went to Nyora and done one show in my standard there. Or maybe two. I done a couple there, but I'm really good there too. The first one I went to, this was the most beautiful thing ever, mate. We were pitted up the back, and I came to the back row. How you go up the back bit of an arena, the back near the train line. Yeah. When I went up there, every standard competitor, everyone in the whole place came fighting me. Like a sort of welcome back. And it was, mate, it was mad.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I'll never forget it. It was unreal, mate. Yeah, Paul clapping shit off. Hey, this is really good.
Yeah.
And I went all there. I still won a couple of heats and shit. I don't think I've finished in the top few in the feature, maybe, but I still, like, I know now even is, I reckon if you see that green, mate, and you're reaching the bit of it, go, the moment you can't do that, you shouldn't be doing it. Yes. Like, I still, mate, trust me, as soon as that's up, I notice.
Yeah.
And I don't like, I try not to go to too many shows. I'll go and watch Brad, but bloody, you go home hopelessly. Like, I've got to be back there tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And, we could sort of do that easy now because my car's not finished, but I want to do a couple of shows in stand before I go and jump straight back anymore, but Sarah informs me that that's probably not going to happen. She wants to do a whole season.
Well, it'd be good to see you back out because, like you say, you always you see your name pop up on the nomination, and then
oh man, that was a bummer.
That's leg time.
Then I went to a show after that to where did I go? Rosedale. Victor raced at Rosedale, so we were going up to watch, and I went to go in the pits, and they said, "Oh, are you suspended?" I said, I've never been suspended in my whole life. I've never ever once. And they said, no, it's the bloody Speedway sedans put a suspension on me because of my medical, on medical grounds, and I didn't even know that. Like, and they said, you can't go in the pits. And I'm like, no, I can still go in the pits. Surely I'm allowed to go in the pits. And we rang a member of the Royal Committee that guided me through it, and I was allowed in the pits, but I didn't even know that I'd been suspended at,
yeah, right.
I had, but now that's all good. I'm all clear to
go.
Yeah, I'm keen to jump out. Maybe just go and do a couple of Irish shows and see how we go there.
Yeah.
I must admit, I am like nervous when I sit in pace. Like, those successful boys, and, man, those boys are fast. Yeah. Like they all are.
I always say, there's not too many people that I'm actually worried about, but like Harry, once he gets if he gets a run on, he's just like he's very good off-road.
Those boys are excited. I reckon Harry's very excited to watch, and he always has been. And I get on very well with them boys, and I love the respect you get off those kids. Like I don't know, I've helped that whole family, and they watch me when they were young, and that's all on the right, and they've got a genuine respect for you. They talk to you. They're really, really good kids, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of kids, when
I was struggling a couple of years back, like business was shitting me and I was not in the right spot.
Yeah.
And I said to the old boy, and it was just, I was making stupid decisions. It was just not going well. I said to the old boy, no, I said, that's it. And that was my car then. And I said, I'm going to ring Harry up, get him to come and drive this thing. See what, see, is it me? Is it the car? What's going on? And anyway, it never eventuated. Dad goes, no, just stick it out. You'll be right. And, but I was this close to.
He'd be a good coach, he's
very.
He's done it too. Yeah. You know that he's done it. He knows it.
Very level-headed.
He is so. He is. Yeah, I reckon he'd be excellent. Yeah.
He just, like I say, just level-headed and doesn't get angry.
I've never seen him like that.
No. He's just like, just get better.
Yeah. And it's worked, hasn't it?
Yeah. But that was, I like Harry's and Owen's funny.
Yeah.
They're funny kids.
Yeah, they are. No, they're bloody good kids.
Yeah, and good operator. I like the way that he's gone from standards to sports sedans, and he's going.
Did you watch him that night? At Wang? Did you watch him there at Wang one night, mate?
I don't think I did.
I watched it on the live feed. I think his mum brought up there. That kid just blew them to the weeds. The Miller boys and that all raced, and they finished, but they finished nearly half a lap behind him. Yep. He just absolutely smoked him. It was a bit slick. It was black and slick, that's right. And it probably was a bit tricky, but that kid, he'd only ever raced at standard sort. No particular, background in Speedway before that. Raced at standard, jumped in this thing, man. He looked like he'd go and base mods on the feature. He really did. Right?
Yeah, what's it like you say, to get on top of the Mill boys? You're doing
my eyes, mate. You're in pretty good company. Let him race with him, let alone beat. He actually smoked everyone, mate.
And that's what he was saying. I said, what's the go? Like, the car's nothing special.
No, it's not.
Like, it's not.
It still had the old bloody. The barrel was nothing they had in that thing. Yeah.
He goes, I said, is there anything done at the moment? He goes, well, the guy that dynos it reckons there must be something, like it might have cans in or something.
Yeah, I think it's too. It's not used.
No, it was nothing. He goes, because it made a little bit more power than what the standard one does. He goes, but it's nothing.
There's no monster. That's for sure.
Nothing crazy.
The car's nice. It's well balanced, and it's it seems to do everything right. And that night, I guess because it was black and slick, you didn't need a big horsepower. But so the kid, it was the way he drove it, mate.
Yeah.
You'd swear it was like watching Laidlaw's in there or someone like been doing it forever. This kid just jumped in. It was one of the best things I've seen for bloody couple of years, I reckon, watching that. Yeah.
And I was wrapped. Like, I sent him a message. Like, it must have been the year before when they all got done at the title at Alex.
Yeah.
And I'd been in his position before, exactly, nearly the same thing. And I just said, mate, it's none of my business what happens, but, don't listen to the outside noise. Don't listen to none of that shit.
No.
Just get on with your job.
You have to, mate, yeah.
And he was,
Yeah, I was thinking he'd always handle himself pretty good in a situation like that.
Yeah.
It can be tricky, though. That can be, like, dealing with that. As a young bloke, it can be
100%
hard on you, mate.
Yeah, well, that's sort of when it happened to us, is when I think we didn't race another standard meeting after that. I don't think we did. I think Craig ended up racing the car, tempo.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got done for the diff at Swan Hill. Anyway.
Yeah, but was that the stupid bloody wheel racing?
I think it was just introduced, so it was only sort of new then. But Craig raced that same car.
Yeah.
With the diff still sealed.
Yeah. And not been touched, 100% not touched yet.
Well, the seal was still on it.
Yeah.
And raced it through the next title at Rosedale, passed, no problems. And then the bloke had bought it, did the same thing. It stayed in there for 3 seasons after I'd sold it. And it
really cracked. Yeah. Did you actually, they penalise you for that though? Did they?
No, they didn't. This was before all these new rules. When that had happened, it was just, you were stripped. It didn't work. Scott won anyway. We were third.
But you got this taken off you?
Yeah.
For the diff?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's tough.
Yeah. But
Jesus Christ, that's tough.
Yeah, and it still spun, but obviously it was. And then they hadn't introduced the rules where you could take the caliper off.
Yep.
To see if it would break
It's
drag.
such a grey area. All that,
yeah,
right?
It is. But
to think, this is where I struggle sometimes with the way these people work. Why would someone, like with your background and your dad's background, the respect you both had in Speedway, to turn up to a state title with a well of diff, right? I mean, with a gym.
Yeah. Why
would you do that? Why do they think you do that for 1 second? And can't they look at the possibility that maybe it is a bit tight on the caliper or it's a bit tight on the drive shaft or something? Yeah. It is not. To me, I would never think to go and check your diff because I would think you would do that.
Yeah.
And most of the guys at the pointy end, I would never think they would do that, mate.
And that's what I'm adamant about. We're all so close together that I don't think anyone in that top 10 is doing anything.
No, way not. Like, I don't either, not for 1 second.
No, I just think we're all, if like I see someone's pulling away, and like half a lap, then you start going, maybe.
Yeah, but you can. It depends, mate. I mean, like we spoke about slick tracks before, and cars being much better on slick tracks and stuff. So sometimes you just get this run where, and I've had it myself, where things just go really good. I don't know whether maybe you get a bit more, you in the car, you drive the car a bit better, and things that the meters just come to you, and you're getting better in the thing or what. But there's times when you just, like you're doing right now, and the worst bloody thing about our class is, as soon as you do that, sometimes, that's a way it's watch this cheap. Yeah. You got to have the wrong fuel or the wrong diff. How about just saying, and the same with Jackie, about, I've been a bit of a fan of Jack for years. I reckon he's a great young kid, and I'll get on really well in that. He's always been a bit shy and a bit hard to talk to. He breaks through when he talks to me now, but they're always into him about Jack. Why can't we ever just say, so as you look at this guy come to a meeting and just, through what you've done with schedules, you've out and developed the car, why don't you give him a pat in the back and say, man, you're smoking us, and leave it at that. Like, Scott Riddle's got heaps of it over the years. Like, I don't know how sometimes, and it's not only hard on him, mate. I've spent a lot of time with his family and his wife and his children, his parents. They're all wonderful, best people in the world, mate. But it affects them too, doesn't it?
It does.
When kids even hear stuff, and it's not true. Scott's no more of a cheat than what you are now, mate.
No, and
he's good. He's been very good.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Yeah. The title just gone. Like, I felt sorry for Bob because Bob was pretty pissed about the whole scenario, and then my old man got angry because he's like, "You got fucking." He had to go at him at the VSC. He goes, "You got 70 whatever year old man laying on the stones, pulling a diff out. Like, this is
crazy. Yeah, absolutely crazy."
And he was more pissed off about that than having to do it. Like,
I mean, I think that whole VSC thing, I've been sitting here for days and going about it. I mean, I don't understand, mate, how we can. This is where I really have an issue. So say we've got red line state title next week, but we're racing Rosedale last night. We take the car to Rosedale, and I expect that we should get the same look over the car the same as they do here. It shouldn't be any different. Yeah. The guys at Rosedale who do a great job, and they're authorised by the VC to say those cars okay. And 1 week later, we go to the state title, and there's this huge, big circus of people that I've never been able to understand why we have to. The state title should be a big, it should be a big thing, but the time that they spend doing this, they should be spent on promoting the drivers or something. Doing something to promote the drivers. People don't know anything about our class because the VSC don't go out of their way to promote our class anywhere at all. People like you are, but, the VSC should be doing what they're doing now. I just think, as a governing body, that I don't understand all who are at the state titles that they bring people unnecessarily, and I've always had a problem with this. I've been to motels before that you think, shit, that's going to hurt the profit staying there, you and a couple of your crew. They've got 10 rooms there for these people to come to the title and do what, mate? The same as what we've done at Rosedale last week. It's all it is. Maybe one extra person for the book week. Book work is a few extra cars, but I don't understand why we have. And I don't. I wish we were mention names or not, but there's a couple they really had it in for Scott. And when me and Scott were racing together heaps and we were very close, and it really gave me the shits and gave Bob the shits too. They just made this big. I've watched cars come through this week near Swan Hill, I remember. Just sat there and watched this till I couldn't believe it. They come through, they're half chummy with these clowns, and they tick the box and off they go. Scott comes, it's like he's bored of a bloody spaceship there or something. And they're trying to find something that Why can't you just say,
good job, mate?
The bloke, he's not cheating, mate. You've tried all these years. One particular bloke just bust his balls to catch him, but they haven't because he doesn't cheat.
Yeah.
But and when they go on and on about that, I don't think that's good. It doesn't look. It's not good for his family. It's not good for. And I continually see this crap at the state titles every year, and I don't think it should happen, mate.
I've been pretty vocal about it myself. I just don't. There's got to be a better way. I'm not saying I would love to help them come up with a solution.
Yeah,
that's what this is sort of. You know what I mean? Like I would love, and I don't do things to take the piss.
No, I know that.
I want my night to be just as smooth as because if you do like the other one, you should, like I said, we should be back at the truck having a beer. Like, people come down, like they didn't get to see me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's all right.
And they're people putting money into
that are a positive thing for the sport.
Yeah.
And that's what it affects. People that are good for the sport and good for the sport to move forward get affected by this shit.
Yeah.
When it's continually, on and on about the same old shit. And the same blokes. I mean, there's blokes that have raced stands for 10 years, mate, they're not sort of at the pointy end. They're sort of down the back a bit. They don't get any hassles at all. Nobody hassles them about anything, mate.
Yeah.
Why is it when you're fast and you've done all the right shit to make your car right and you're cheating?
Yeah.
My nephew's been accused of the same thing. I've been accused of it hundreds of times. A lot of people on Mark Miles, they've made. Mate, he's been through hell.
Yeah.
I know you're not supposed to mention names and that, but I really feel for guys like him. Like he's copped it. Like,
no, Mark's. I like Mark. Mark's going to come on and have a chat.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Marky's got a. This is one problem I really have. Mark is he's come. Well, Mark worked for me for 9 years. He ran my job for 9 years. He's one of the best workers I ever had, and he's very smart.
Yeah.
And he's also very qualified. I have a problem with people that aren't in those. I know in those positions it's hard to get people and stuff, but when you've got a guy that drives a flipping garbage truck telling a guy constantly that he's cheating by doing the right thing, Mark is very switched on, mate. And he's the same, mate. There's not for 1 second when I think Mark would take a car to a track illegally on purpose. No way. But they constantly do the same thing to him.
Yeah.
And this guy is, for our sport, he's got bloody 6 or 8 cars.
Yeah.
Every time he races, he's got 200 people come and watch him. And he puts a lot into the sport, mate. His whole family. Well, his father was a huge part of me racing Speedway, mate. His family has been a big part of a lot of us racing in Gippsland. His dad was unreal, man.
Yeah.
He would throw together a race engine better than everyone's for $200 or just out bits out. You go there on the block. Yep. And you just hear ting, 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 ting. And Marky would be there cleaning up pistons. When Marky was a kid, they'd clean up some pistons and find a camshaft over here.
Yep.
You go to the next meeting and Frank Ramsdale won a state title at Rosedale with one of those engines. Yeah, right. The family's amazing, mate. And they've got so much to offer our sport when it comes to, the industry knowledge mechanically. And he also knows, do you know how sometimes they say in the tech meeting that you can't use this model off this car with this car? But unfortunately, they don't know a lot of what they're saying. They're so incorrect and they don't know. Right? And Mark has a background in that. Like he like I say, he ran my show right when we were, when we really started booming. Mark, he was my main man for a long, long time, 9 or 10 years. He knows a lot about the models and stuff, and he's a great mechanic. But I don't see why we get people like him. And he's got his daughter racing and his son and his daughter's boyfriend. He's got this family, this great big tribe of positive stuff for our sport. All they want to do is positive stuff. Why people like that come into the sport?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you knew what happened. His daughter got rubbed out at Alexandra. They reckon she was cheap or something. It just shattered her, mate. She's a young girl, and Marky was into getting her race and stuff, and it just absolutely, she never raced again. It shattered her, mate. And that shouldn't happen, mate.
Yeah.
They found out she had done nothing wrong anyway, I reckon, since maybe a diff or something. But it turned out there was nothing wrong with it. But just Marky conducting himself very well because his girl's maybe 13 or 14 and getting bombarded by people and made to feel like shit. And I wouldn't probably handle things as well as he did. He handled himself pretty well. Mark does, for the amount of crap that he's copped off the tech committee now. I don't know how he's kept it all together, but he's also very determined. Especially when he's right, he knows he's right.
Is it only like, I don't have, obviously, no racing, like obviously sprint cars, there was no They just pump your motor.
There's no bullshit, mate.
Yeah, there's no crap.
Same on the race treaties, but same on the race bonds. We don't have any of that, mate. It's not.
Yeah.
The state title is no different from going to Avalon Club Show. Right?
Yeah.
And I just don't see why it does have to be. Like,
yeah. And at the end of the day, like they pulled all the diffs apart, okay. And they were after something in particular, okay. But
this year you're talking about? Yeah.
All our diffs passed on the infield, no problem.
I wouldn't doubt that, mate.
You know what I mean? And I'd probably been checked most or near on most, because I think I won 5 out of the 6 heats, so I was checked every.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just that's really shit. Well, if they spent the time, this is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Sometimes I don't get things out as well as I should, but the amount of time they spend worrying about what you're doing with your diff, if they spend a bit of time in promoting you, and what you're doing, and get something positive, mate, get you up in the crowd and have a chat with the crowd, or an interview quickly with the crowd or something. That's what they should be doing as our governing body, I think.
Yeah.
The amount of time and money we waste on around after guys like you that are winning and terrorising poor bloody Scott and Mark, and if they spend time promoting those people, make them go down the main street and do a bloody show off their car. So I don't know, just something, a bloody podcast or something that I don't see that. What do you see the BSC doing positive for our class? We don't, mate.
No.
And that's disappointing, right? Yeah. Blokes like you saying, God, they're doing stuff like this, but I believe that's what we should be getting off them for our governing body. All we get off them is shit, fighting them, bloody accusations of cheating and it gets very personal sometimes. If they don't like one person, then it just goes on and on and on. And I think it's time that, I don't know, I don't know how to fix all the problems in the world, but I think we clearly, I reckon the group of blokes that are putting on the show and paying the money at the start of every year should be able to elect a committee.
Yeah.
At the moment, it doesn't work like that. It goes through your clubs apparently, and your clubs vote on who gets selected for what positions. But why do the members get a say in that? Like at a club level, I'm a life member of 2 clubs, and I've never been offered the opportunity to say, just as a member, unless I was on the committee, which I've been before, but I've never, as a member of a normal member, been offered the chance to say, who do you want to vote for to get into these set of positions? And I believe that's how it has to happen. I don't think this club level thing doesn't work anymore, because, and I think a 3-year change thing's always a healthy thing as well. I don't think you should be hanging around much more than 3 years on a committee.
Yeah.
Fresh ideas, fresh blood, you know, we're just not getting that.
No. And I think
it's really stale, mate. Like,
my other thing too is, like, it shouldn't be, it's hard for me, it should, and it's probably hard, it should be 50-50, it should be 50% forward, 50% hold. If it's 4, 2 and 2, you know what I mean? Like,
100%,
Like, and particularly in our class, obviously, forwards have just gotten basically whatever they want over the last.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? In respect to engines and stuff like that. And Holden.
The VA was freaked on Cleveland, isn't it? Like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty, man, that's a good car.
That's a good setup.
It is so, mate, yeah.
Right, and that's.
Yes.
And us Holden boys, we got nothing. It's not.
That's what I touched on very briefly before.
Yeah.
Moving forward,
where we are.
Yeah, like we're racing the VE now with the 308, I suppose. You know, the 308, and a BA with the 351 Cleveland. Like if you dyno those 2 cars,
that's 50.
Yeah, it's a massive difference, mate. You've got your package good and everything's good, but the facts are, man, you put a nice Cleveland and your 308 on a dyno. The stats are massively different. So it's got to be, I don't know, the comparisons have always been a bit of an issue in the past, I reckon.
Yeah.
There were years when other, top class cars have dominated. Like, I always wonder if my bloody kid wants to race standards in 15 years, what are we going to be doing? We're still trying to dig up carburetors for a 308 to put in a VE, or, trying to find an old thermoquad or a quaddy.
Yeah.
Still building Clevelands for a BA Falcon. I don't know. And I don't have the answers to fix it.
No, neither do I.
But a lot of people's input would be great.
100%.
Yeah.
But people's input is good, but like car owners and people who have driven them.
Yes.
Like not spectators so much.
That's what's happened before, in the past. But
like you say, where do you go and where is it at and what do you do to fix it?
Like we're well the distance with a streetie basically, aren't we?
Yeah.
I think it's unique that I really, really think the standard should never, ever be allowed to weld.
Yes. And I'm the opposite. Like, I have a different view on it.
Do you? Yeah.
I do.
Yep, that's cool.
Just because, like you say, you were close to a street. Yeah, we are sort of, like, we're full steel, We're still
and engine
carburetor.
obviously a lot different. Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
that's true. No, that's a good valid point. We don't have the wire work. We don't have
no radiators in the back, still in the front.
Yeah,
because I remember that was their argument. Like, because I think Dad might have said many years ago, why don't you put radiators in? Oh, you start ramming.
Yeah, oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's a crazy theory, man. I don't get that. Yeah.
Do you want to get another drink?
Oh, yeah, well, that's good. Probably should actually. Yeah.
This episode is proudly brought to you by the following sponsors. When it comes to keeping your vehicle reliable and road ready, Cammy's Car Care has you covered. From logbook servicing and general mechanical repairs to brakes, suspension, wheel lines and tyres. The team delivers honest advice, quality workmanship and service you can trust. So whether you're driving the family car, the weekend cruiser, make Cammy's Car Care your first call. Phone on 5127 8830 or call in and visit them at 86 Moore Street, Mowing. Whether it's a small lift or a major project, B&M Cranes has the equipment and experience to get the job done safely and efficiently. From rigging of franners through to a 200-tonne slew crane, they've got the right machine and the right team for the job. If you're planning your next lift, get in touch with B&M Cranes and see why they're trusted across the industry. You can call 0476 272 631. Thanks for listening to the TUF Line. If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube and Facebook. If there's someone you'd like to hear on the show, let us know. Until next time, keep chasing your goals.